At exactly 2:17 a.m., your phone vibrates. No caller ID. You almost ignore it. Then a message appears. You now control the election. You think it's a joke until you open the attachment and see your name inside a classified government system. You sit up. The file isn't fake. It's not a phishing link. It's not some dark web troll. It's a live back-end dashboard labeled National Electoral Override Portal, and your fingerprint unlocks it. You don't remember ever registering for something like this, but your biometric data works. The screen loads. On it, 3 faces, 3 presidential candidates, each with a percentage bar, and beneath them, a single slider labeled Final Outcome Adjustment. It's set to 0. Below it, Authorized User, you. You laugh. This has to be satire. But then you notice something strange. The vote counts are moving in real time. Millions of votes flowing in across the country. And every time you slightly touch the slider, the percentages shift. Not visually, in reality. You refresh a live news site. Breaking headline, unexpected surge in candidate 2's support. You didn't even move the slider more than 0.3%. Your heart rate rises. This isn't social media manipulation. This isn't influence. This is direct control. You scroll deeper into the system. There are tabs, media sentiment bias, economic shock timing, opposition scandal release, debate performance optimization, voter turnout suppression regions, every lever of democracy, every invisible mechanism. And they're not simulations, they're active. You try adjusting debate performance for candidate 3, just 2%. Within minutes, social media trends, wow, that was unexpectedly strong. You didn't make him smarter. You altered the perception filters, the way millions interpret what they see. Your breathing becomes shallow. If this is real, then elections aren't decided by people. They're decided by whoever holds this dashboard. And tonight, that's you. Then another message appears on screen. Decision window, 72 hours. Below it, you may choose the president, but understand, every choice restructures the world. You try to exit. You can't. The logout button is grayed out. You try to shut your phone off. It powers back on automatically. The system isn't asking you to play. It's telling you you're already in. You zoom into each candidate's profile. Candidate 1, stability, traditional, corporate-backed. Candidate 2, reform, charismatic, disruptive. Candidate 3, nationalist, polarizing, fierce. Under each name is a projection tab. You click one. The screen floods with future simulations, stock markets, military tensions, climate agreements, civil unrest probabilities, economic collapse risk. You aren't just choosing a president, you're choosing which timeline becomes real. And suddenly, you realize something terrifying. Every previous election might have had a you.
The power and the consequences. You decide to test limits. You slide candidate 2 up by 5%. Instantly, the markets react. Futures dip. Energy stocks spike. Defense contractors adjust hiring projections. This isn't delayed, it's pre-reactive. The world isn't waiting for results. It's adjusting to signals already being fed. You open the Media Bias tab. There's a heat map of the country. Red zones, blue zones, swing regions. Each region has a dial. Fear amplification, hope amplification, outrage velocity. You slowly increase outrage in one swing state. Within minutes, trending hashtags explode. News anchors raise their tone. Panel debates intensify. It's not scripted, it's nudged. Tiny emotional recalibrations and millions shift unconsciously. You lean back. This isn't democracy manipulation. This is emotional architecture. Then you open the most dangerous tab, Crisis Event Acceleration. Your stomach tightens. Under it, cyber attack probability, border conflict escalation, financial scandal exposure, natural disaster narrative framing. You don't trigger anything, but you understand. If one candidate needs sympathy, a crisis can be timed. If another needs to look weak, a conflict can escalate. This isn't corruption, it's orchestration. And suddenly you wonder, how many past wars were election tools? Another notification appears. Reminder, inaction selects the default winner. You check the projections. Default winner leads to stable economy, increased
increased surveillance, gradual civil liberty erosion, long-term corporate consolidation. Another candidate leads to short-term chaos, market crash risk, institutional restructuring, power redistribution. And the third, global tension spike, domestic polarization, military expansion, strong national identity shift. There is no good choice, only trade-offs. You feel it now. This isn't about picking a leader, it's about choosing what kind of stress society can survive. You zoom into a feature labeled Public Memory Fade Rate. It shows how quickly scandals disappear. You realize something horrifying. People don't forget naturally, forgetting is tuned. You test it. You increase memory fade by 15%. Within hours, a trending controversy vanishes from discussion feeds. No censorship, just collective emotional fatigue. Engineered. You whisper, this can't be real, but every change you make ripples outward. You aren't changing votes, you're changing perception layers that shape votes. Then the system opens a live camera feed. It's a secure room somewhere underground. 3 officials are watching a blank screen, waiting. A digital clock counts down, 47, 12, 09. They're not controlling the system, they're waiting for you to decide. One of them speaks, he'll choose soon. Hill, they know it's you. You were selected, but why? You scroll to user qualification, your data appears, search history, psychological profile, moral stress tolerance, pattern recognition scores. You weren't chosen randomly, you were modeled. The system didn't give you power, it calculated you wouldn't crash under it, which means this has happened before, and the world you grew up in was shaped by someone exactly like you.
The final decision. The countdown hits 12 hours remaining. You stare at the slider. The country is divided, families arguing, markets volatile, news anchors speculating. None of them know. The election is already decided. They're just waiting for your movement. You hover over candidate 2, reform, disruption, risk. You hover over candidate 1, stability, predictable, controlled. Then candidate 3, power projection, national pride, volatility. You realize something deeper. The president isn't the most powerful position in the country. You are, and you're not even elected. A final message appears. Understand this before confirming. You open it. It reads, once selected, your memory of this system will be erased. You will return to normal life, but you will live inside the world you chose. You freeze. So every past controller forgot. They made a decision, then went back to being ordinary citizens, arguing online, voting, believing they had influence, not knowing they already used it. You check projections one last time. Each path shows chaos. Each path shows growth. Each path shows sacrifice. No perfect outcome, only direction. You take a breath and move the slider just slightly. The percentages lock. The dashboard fades. Your phone screen goes black. You wake up the next morning. Election day coverage everywhere. The results come in. The winner is announced, exactly as you said it. You feel nothing, just normal, like everyone else. But somewhere deep in your mind, a faint question lingers. Did you choose what was best for the country, or what was best for you? And more importantly, who chose before you, and who will choose after? Because democracy feels powerful, until you realize someone might be deciding who decides. But this time, something is different. You're brushing your teeth, scrolling headlines, pretending everything is normal, and then your phone vibrates again. 2:17 a.m. the next night. No caller ID. Your chest tightens. Another message appears. Override complete. You freeze. You don't remember overriding anything. You don't remember choosing. But you must have, because the results are final. Another message loads beneath it. Phase 2 available. Your stomach drops. Phase 2? You open it, the same dashboard, but upgraded. The title has changed. Not Electoral Override Portal. Now it reads Global Governance Adjustment Interface. This isn't about one country anymore. A 3D globe rotates slowly on your screen. Hotspots glowing across continents. You tap one, trade alliances. You tap another, currency stability ratios. Another, information censorship elasticity. This is bigger, much bigger. A notification blinks at the top. Leadership is temporary. Architecture is permanent. You zoom out. Lines connect presidents, prime ministers, central banks, tech CEOs. It's a web. And elections, they're just surface ripples. You scroll to a tab labeled Long-Term Civilizational Direction. Under it, AI autonomy speed, human labor redundancy curve, population growth modulation, resource scarcity narrative, digital identity integration. You step back. This isn't about politics. It's about trajectory, about steering humanity itself.
A new timer appears, no longer 72 hours, now 10 years. This system doesn't want a momentary decision. It wants a direction. You whisper, "I didn't agree to this," and the screen responds, "You already did." Your profile updates in real time. Stress resistance, stable. Moral conflict index, elevated but functional. Compliance probability, 87%. It knows you better than you know yourself. You open AI autonomy speed, a slider from assisted intelligence to full autonomous governance. You slide it 1%. Tech stocks surge globally. Research funding spikes overnight. Governments announce unexpected breakthroughs. You didn't invent anything. You accelerated permission. You close it. Open population growth modulation. Graphs shift. Policy drafts auto-generate. Healthcare incentives appear in simulation. It's subtle. Everything is subtle. That's the pattern. No sudden tyranny, no dramatic villain speech. Just nudges, tiny architectural edits, and humanity walks the path willingly. You sit down slowly. If Phase 1 chose a leader, Phase 2 chooses the future. Another live feed opens. Not 3 officials this time. Hundreds of rooms across the world. People staring at blank screens. Waiting. They aren't controllers. They're implementers, waiting for signals, for shifts, for direction. And suddenly, a horrifying realization hits you. There was never just one you. There are layers. Local controllers, national controllers, global architects, each believing they hold ultimate power, each unaware of the layer above. You scroll upward, past global controls, past civilizational metrics. There's one more locked tab. No label, just a symbol. You hesitate, then press it. The screen goes white. A single sentence fades in. Observer access granted. The globe disappears. The dashboards vanish. Now you're looking at something else. A simulation of Earth from outside. Zooming out further. Solar system, galaxy, clusters, and then multiple Earths, hundreds, each with slight variations, different leaders, different outcomes, different histories. You aren't controlling an election. You're selecting timelines, stress testing civilization across realities. A caption appears, iteration 6,418,122. Your breath stops. How many times has this world been run? How many times have wars, elections, collapses, renaissances been simulations? And then the final line appears. Would you like to continue optimizing? 2 options, yes, no. You stare at them. If you press yes, you stay. You ascend another layer. You become less human, more architect. If you press no, memory wipe, return to life, coffee, news debates, elections you think matter. You think about the version of you yesterday, the one who believed the world was chaotic, uncontrolled, democratic. You almost envy him. Your thumb hovers, and then your phone screen flickers. Battery 1%. You don't remember it dropping. The screen goes black. Silence. You wake up. Again. Morning light. News playing. Global tensions rising. Tech accelerating. Policies shifting. Everything feels slightly faster, slightly more intense. You grab your phone. No strange apps, no dashboard, no messages, just normal notifications. But at exactly 2:17 a.m. the next night, it vibrates. And this time, you don't hesitate to answer.